The men of Dunland have allied with the men of the East and are now battling the Uruk-hai of Isengard and the Orcs of Dol Guldur. It is evil versus evil. Which side will win? What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with some more Rise of Mordor action for you today, and we have a 2v2 battle for you today on the map of Morghai, which is a pretty cool map. And yeah, it's kind of like the Last Alliance sort of setting in Mordor, in the I guess you kind of like to say the plains of Mordor. It's a pretty cool one. And yeah, we have four large armies here. You can say two on each side. And yeah, so we have the men of the East. We have the Eastlings here, alongside their allies, the men of Dunland. And they are facing, as I said, they're facing Isengard over here, which are just moving up, as you can see, with their Uruks. And they are facing, and they are allied with Dol Guldur. So we've got some pretty heavily armored, factions on this side, or on this side, you can say, with the Uruk and the Orc side. We actually have some Javies and stuff that are throwing. Got some Mirkwood Raiders here already Javying with the tribal hunters. You do imagine that the Javies aren't going to get great kills, if any. And they're actually going into combat with the tribal hunters. They'd rather do that than throw their Javies. But yes, we're here back in Middle-earth with some more Lord of the Rings action. So if you enjoy seeing Rise of Mordor at the moment and like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. As always, guys, can't thank you enough for all the support. As some Dunherd Marauders come in, I don't know if they really needed to rout these guys. Well, these must be like some medium melee. Yeah, these are not like amazing. And you can see, yeah, these Javies are kind of doomed. They've actually got some infantry in there as well. What are these? I think they're like Warlords Bloodsworn. Okay, they're pretty good. They're a medium, yeah, medium melee. You can see they're actually sitting in their infantry. Look at this. Dol Guldur is going to fully rush in with Guldur Blades, the lot. And you can see that the Orcs of Dol Guldur now going in, and they're going to cut down the stragglers of the men of Dunland here. Look at this. Dol Guldur is such a cool faction. Their armor is so amazing. It really, really is. And you can see that Isengard is bringing more forces around here. You can see there's a little flanking force, mainly made up of cavalry here. This looks like it's all like Dunland, and it's like Champion Reavers, Dunherd Marauders. They've got dogs here as well. They've got like Warlords, Wolf Tamers. So we've got some nasty units here. Just get the right angle so you can see. Like typical of Attila, you have like terrible lighting if you look from the wrong angle. They look pretty cool. We've got some cavalry here as well from the Eastlings. But as you can see, Dol Guldur is going like flying in and is now fighting against the Warlords Bloodsworn here. I think Dol Guldur should win this one, like this fight here, but I'm not really sure. He's got more men in a unit, like 40 extra men. These are heavily armored orcs. It's like one of the strengths of Dol Guldur is their numbers. They've just got pretty good armor, like I said. So yeah, he's now fighting all along that whole front. Over here we have, there's also Dunland getting involved. What we've got here is more Dol Guldur. He's actually sending his glaives in here. I mean, these glaives with their big, like scythe-like sword, what it reminds me of, should do quite well. They are like a shock unit. They are the lower tier shock that are available to Dol Guldur. They should chop down these men of Dunland. Dunland's a very unused faction. It's got some pretty good infantry, but like, yeah, so it's still lacking a few things. You can see they're actually sitting there, cavalry flying on in here. These Dunherd Marauders charging into these glaives here. I mean, that's all well and good, but these glaives eventually, once they've got over the shock of the cavalry charge, are going to just chop down this cavalry. And you can see that the Loki River now going in to support their ally here in this combat. The Eastlings are also now engaged. They're fighting off against, looks like more Dol Guldur. Is he fighting across this entire front? He is. It's then Isengard that's like the next line. He's like the more elite line, which is really interesting. A nice play there. You can see that the counter to all this cavalry and stuff over here is having a pike line, which means they're going to have to go all the way around, like the back of the map, if they want to get in, which is obviously going to be a bit of a pain. It's actually a little like fortress there. I never realized that. But yeah, there's about 19,000, 20,000 men on the battlefield here today. There are more orcs and like Uruks, but obviously like the Loki are very, very elite. It's just axes being thrown. Look at these guys throwing axes from behind. Madmen. In goes the shock. This is some nasty shock. These Dunherd Chosen are really, really nasty. So they're going in now. And we'll see them in combat. Love this unit. These units are awesome. They really do. Got units breaking here. What's here? Dunherd Chosen breaking already. Wow, look at that. They're getting outmatched by Guldor Glaives. It seems so. We've got a general already going in. Champions of Dol Guldur as well already going in. They are probably one of the nasty shock infantry units in this game. Certainly do not want to be facing them. Seems like they just brought a lot of glaives though. They didn't bring any like champions by their general. See the Loki Rim in here fighting it out. The servants of Sauron are all fighting each other. This makes a change, for sure. We usually see like all the like good factions being used. Look at that! Look at that shot. Just a sea of evil. I like how like the evil forces all have like really weird shaped blades. Like I mean that, like the Loki Rim here or the Warlord's Rune also have a pretty nasty looking blade. So did like Dol Guldur with their like Guldur glaives here. Like both of them decided like let's not make a practical blade. Let's just have like a funny looking one. And you can see that Isengard's now sending in his forces. He's holding the line. He's actually able to flank over on this side here. They're making quite a big push here at Dol Guldur. They've actually managed to break through. They're now fighting Dunherd Chosen, which are like their mainline infantry for the Dunlanding tribes. And you can see there is now a cavalry charge coming in. Kind of missed the charge though to these Dunland marauders. They kind of missed that charge, I won't lie. They are really cool. I love that these guys also like kitted out with like Isengard shields. So like it's kind of like Isengard's fighting itself because they arm these men and yeah, kitted them out. You can see that they are winning heavily on this flank here. It's like cleaned up so much of the damage here. Also doesn't help that they have like a force round here. Do Isengard or not Isengard? Do Dunland? They have a lot of their cavalry around here, which in fairness, like Isengard and Dol Guldur can't bring cavalry, so they should have made that their advantage that these things and Dunland could. They certainly should take that into their advantage. You can see like all this, these infantry here for Dol Guldur, they're going to just flank around, do a lot of damage and get into the backs of those men of Dunland. And they're throwing, are they throwing, oh no, they're firing arrows. There's archers over here. We've got some tribal hunters firing off. I believe that like Dunland's going to get crossbows and like pikes to also counter like Rohan when they eventually arrive. Got some crossbows on the top of this cliff. They'll have a really nice angle up here, and they can just fire down onto anything down here. There's halberdiers here for the Loki Rim. Obviously, they have their own counter to those pikes of Isengard if they wanted to use them. They're actually not firing their crossbows. Probably going to start firing them. Probably want to start firing them. You can see the Varrig bowmen back here. They're pretty good in combat. They could also be pretty useful if it comes to desperation of throwing them in. Here we go. Loki Rim fighting Dol Guldur. It's a bit of a battle of the ages. Who wins this? I mean, the Dol Guldur has a shock in here. Certainly is helping. I mean, they got archer support. They'll have they need to get these pikes moving up because they can certainly help them break in these shock. The shock's actually not winning. They're breaking there. These warlords of Rude are certainly much more elite than the Guldur Glaives. Isengard now throwing in his infantry in this choke point on this bit of the line here.
We have revealed their concealed men.
There's revealed concealed men. It might have been these hunters. I don't know if they just if they can be hidden. I presume they could be hidden then at a decent range. Who knows? Certainly not me. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it certainly looks like. I mean, they got what here. They got sappers. Why did they bring sappers? Isengard. Just a bit of an interesting move. But these sappers should be a very easy target for archers if they fire them. You can see that they're hiding them inside this unit, or they should be. No, they're sending them. Where is he going with these sappers? Is he going after the general? If so, the general should just charge it. Like, they won't be able to set their charges off quickly enough to like explode and do any damage. But you can see here that this Marauder is going to do just that. Dunherd Marauder is going to run down these poor sappers. And yeah, kind of a waste. These sappers are such an expensive unit as well, so they're just going to get cut down and killed. Yet I mean, they all got knocked over. None of them are dead yet, but they should die once they get back up. These poor men, look at them. They're just, or poor Uruks down here, look at them. They're like lying down like, ah! All we wanted to do was explode and kill ourselves. But yeah, they should get cut down in like no time at all. These marauders just easy work with their axes. Cutting down their former allies. Oh, I thought so. Maybe not. Maybe not. And they're sending in infantry now. They're going to try and save the guys with the set. Look at these, the crossbows here. They're going to get chopped down by these Varric lances. What is the player doing here? He's just letting his crossbows get run down. Big risk. And look at all the bodies that there are now from that charge. I don't think some of them will get up. Probably quite a lot, but it's even still. Yeah, none of those sappers died. Maybe it's better just to shoot them. Maybe they're okay in combat. They kind of are like berserkers in a way, I guess. You see them in there with their bombs on their back. Yeah, none of them have died. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe because it's only medium melee. If it was a shock cav, maybe it would have knocked it down. I don't know. Back on the front line, though. We've got Varric warriors in here, like the lower tier shock infantry. They're now in here fighting. Fighting against Isengard, doing their best. A general's dead. Allies general is dead. Oh, okay, so Dol Guldur general is dead, and that's not good at all. Dol Guldur, like once a general dies, their morale is not great. And he's just got himself impaled on a Loki-rim, like halberd. That's what he's done, I presume. Or maybe he got himself killed by a Dunherd in here, I don't know. At least they got some of these, like whites and stuff like that. I forget what they're called. What are they called? I can't remember. Wraiths, there you go, not whites. They're called wraiths. Oh, and these guys are breaking. What has happened here? This is just a, oh, it's scare. They used to scare everybody, and they just chain routed so much stuff here. So that was really nicely played there by Dol Guldur. Even though he lost his general, he's still got a few tricks up his sleeve. See, the cavalry's now in behind. Champion Reavers. They're going after a Guldur glaive here. They can form square, though, so they should be okay. Or I say they should be okay. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, actually. They kind of did okay. They kind of didn't. I can't wait till they add, like, new, like, vocals and stuff from, like, Lord of the Rings. That'll be so much better. Which is, like, what they're going to add, like, for Gondor and stuff like that, which would be so good. If you want to see, like, the Rise of Mordor team, like, editing that and, like, doing that, they're showing off the work currently on their YouTube channel. You just search Rise of Mordor into YouTube, should come up with their channel, and you can watch, like, they do loads of live streams on, like, the modeling and like on the work for the campaign. And obviously now, like I was saying, they're doing like the I don't know really what to describe. It's like the war cries, I guess, like the units, like the unit war cries and stuff like that, just to make them more like Lord of the Rings. And they broke all those Guldur glaives there. No surprise, because well, there's no general, and they just got rear charged by cavalry. Yeah, a lot of wavering for Dol Guldur, actually. The Eastlings and Dunland seem to be turning this one around. Certainly need a bit of a miracle to come from Isengard here. I'm seeing Berserkers in here now for Isengard. We've got some of the elites in here. These guys have like no armor though. Look at like the muscles on these guys. They are stacked. And there you go, the cavalry coming into the back lines, going in for those Eastling infantry. And the Berserkers are in there as well, so they need to be careful. They could get cut down by one of those big two-handed like blades. I wouldn't even call it a sword, because that is not a sword. That's like a sword and a pick all merged into one. Yeah, they're in there doing their work. They need a flank around. Look, you can see here, Isengard's going to try and flank around this halberdier. I don't know why he doesn't just shoot it with the crossbows, but the crossbows are no longer going to be alive. You can see that these fresh Varric lances, which have been flanking around so heavily, those pikes, are now getting involved in the battle. And they're running down these crossbows, and they can just do all the work they want. These crossbows are not going to get up off much more of a charge. They're trying to desperately fire into the cavalry here. Not going to be enough, and they're actually moving towards the cavalry, and that's probably worse for them. They're going to get charged even worse now. Yeah, it was okay, actually. I won't lie. Oh, they lost like 10 men there. Maybe it was pretty bad. Another charge coming in here from the cavalry into the archers. They're not even paying attention. They're like, oh, yeah, it's fine. This is just usual. A normal Wednesday. Run down. And you can see the pikes over here, just still stood here. They've got no choice. To be fair, though, they're nearly out of ammo, so these pikes have kind of served their purpose, using up all the ammo. But they need to get these crossbows and other stuff into the action. Got a general back here being attacked by, not quite sure, Dunherd Marauders. Okay, actually quite a lot of damage to these Wyand Stormers. Should beat them though. Should beat these guys. They're actually chasing off a general here. Dunland's general's in a bit of trouble. He's being pinned down by Uruk-hai infantry, though. This Uruk-hai infantry is nearly finished. Look at the armor on these guys. They are clearly kitted out by Isengard. These men are literally just like in Isengard armor, but just men. It's such a cool idea. I love the idea, and it probably would have happened. Like they probably had like plenty of armor, but just no like men to kit them out in. So they just decided, yeah, let's just give the men of Dunland our armor. They are our allies. Where did their dogs go? Where did the wolves go? That's the question I want to know. Where did they go? Because they released them. Who knows? Those sappers are finally dying, by the way. The general over here, the Bane and Steps, is in a bit of trouble. He's in combat with infantry. Needs to be careful. Zara, I think it's mainly archers and those sappers, so they should be okay. Those archers have been very useful gunning down this Bane of the Steps. Yes, he is breaking everything in there, I think. And it looks like Isengard is going to... Isengard and Dol Guldur are going to be defeated in this one. I think the change and the introduction of the cavalry from the Eastlings is what's going to overpower the Eastlings and... the Orcs, sorry, of Dol Guldur and Isengard. If they can get rid of the Cavs, I mean, there's hope. They're also losing... Like, Dol Guldur losing his general is huge. Like morale, like debuff is just very, very dangerous to like evil factions. Like once they lose their general, like they just mass on route. They en masse route is what I think I was trying to say, but failed. At least with like you see with the Eastlings and with Dunland. I mean they haven't lost their general, so you don't know. Certainly the Eastlings can certainly hold a little bit once they lost the general. Sending in their pole arms again. Look at this. Look at these boys. Elite. They really are.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
Loki, trapped between Loki Rim and these champion reavers cannot be a good place for these Isengard troops. These Uruks are probably like, traitors! So Dunland, they're like, we kitted you out, we armored you. We gave you weapons to fight Rohan, not us. Or maybe they're just shouting man flesh. Quite possibly just shouting man flesh. Or meat's back on the menu, boys. Maybe your meat on the menu. Because I don't see them winning it at the moment. They're trying to flank this unit here. It's actually, this unit of Halberdiers is winning decisively while it's being flanked by these Uruks. Don't feel like that's how it works, but at least if they believe they're winning, that's fine. They believe. That's all you need, a bit of hope. And they need these pikes in the front line. You can see Isengard here, he's got his pikes here. I don't think he's going to get them up in time to save, like, the front line. It's kind of doomed. I don't think they should have, like, really worried about this too much. Or if they did, they should have just not put all the pikes here. Maybe put a couple. And then maybe some infantry or archers certainly would have been very useful to shoot the cavalry as it ran past. Certainly would have got, like, the archers up on this big old hill up here. And done, like, a lot of work from there. Certainly would have helped. I think that also them being a bit aggressive was not the best idea. I think Isengard and Dol Guldur, even though they have like very aggressive looking armies, they maybe should have been a little bit more passive. Try to get, like I said, get those pikes and crossbows into the battle. Because arguably the crossbows are probably the best available missile here today. I don't think anyone's... Maybe the Eastlings have got better archers. It's hard to say. I mean, certainly the crossbows are very good armor piercing, and like on a land battle, very, very good. It's hard to say. These berserkers, they'll fight to the last man. God, this mod is so beautiful. Just watching it now, I mean, like, the lighting also is just amazing. These berserkers are losing decisively. There's 6 of them left. They'll fight on, though. That one's just died.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
And they're now combat even, these guys here. Are those, these crossbows are just finally breaking or starting to die. They've been, how many times I wonder have they been charged by the cavalry up here? One too many times, I'd say. One too many. But yeah, it looks like, as you can see on the battlefield, there is very little hope now for the forces of Dol Guldur and for Isengard. I don't think they can do it. I think the cavalry was just too much. And in the end, how many men did they actually... It's pretty close. I mean, it's about... They have about double the men left to these things and Dunland. But, so I feel like... It's a close-ish one, but, like, not, like, massively close. Also, I mean, Dunland and these things are massively outnumbered by about 3,000 men. Look at that. Look at these bloodied up pikes. They look awesome. Just sparing these hunters. Are they hunters or are they just javies? Oh, they're hunters. They've actually routed all them. I mean, that's at least a small success, I guess, for the pikes. Not much else. They're going to try and bring these pikes down, maybe support their gen. I don't know. They might be able to get like this gen and then hope for maybe a chain route. Dunland seems pretty much beaten. Doesn't seem like he's got masses left. But when this Isengard general probably breaks, which could be a little while still, this White Hand Stormer is pretty damn elite. If he breaks, then there'll be a chain route. And he's losing decisively. Where are those pikes? Our general has died. There you go. So they actually did get Dunland's general. That's kind of surprising. He's winning that combat. I'd be pretty annoyed if I was the Dunland player there. But I think that's a little too late. I think they needed to kill off one of those generals. And there you go. Just as that happened, Isengard's general also got cut down. I think it needed to happen like over here. There was like some sort of engagements going on here. And like they just let these crossbows get like picked off. They like push them forward. Oh, that's where the dogs are. I see them now. They're all down here. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Oh, they're now going after this Uruk unit. Poor Urukai. You're about to get hunted by dogs. But yeah, there were some archers over here that definitely could have focused on that Bane of the Steppes, and that could have influenced the battle. These poor dogs. They just like died on impact. Look at these little doggos. Getting some kills. Are they breaking them? They did break them. Look at that. These Dunherd chosen. 5 brave men just go into a pack of hounds. But there you go, 665 men left. I think most of them are the pikes of Isengard. They are pretty much doomed. They're going to get attacked from one side, then flanked on another. I would run for the hills if I was you, pikemen. Just run for the hills. You're going to turn and face that cav. Shame they can't form box. Look at that. Oh, they tried. They tried. Here comes the cavalry, and I think they just broke on impact, didn't they? Yeah, they broke just on impact. That's a shame. What is left? What is left? I don't see anything. Oh, it's just this wraith down here, which has just died now, actually. And there you go. A valiant defeat for Isengard and for Dol Guldur. And you can see, like, the line of dead is pretty damn long. That is, goes on a long way. So we'll end the replay and have a look at some of the end results quickly. So, yeah, Isengard was played by Mythic Eat, who sent this in, and his teammate was Executioner. So well done to both of them. Very unfortunate. They definitely, at the early part of the game, I thought had it. Like, Dol Guldur was just ripping through the Dunland forces, but they seem to turn around with a cavalry arrival in the end for the Eastlings. But yeah, we'll have a quick look at Mythic's army first. His White Hand Storm is getting 163 kills. His swords here, 110, 142, 194 kills. This is solid kills for these Urukai infantry. I mean, some of them didn't do so well, but some did pretty exceptional. And then you got these Berserkers here, 109 kills. They definitely could do with getting more kills. These Berserkers are really, really nasty. I've seen them get like 300-400 kills on a good day, and they're well chevroned up, so they put a lot of money into those guys. Then you got these Urukai Pikes here, 164 kills, not too bad. I think most of them were on those archers. So yeah, like they didn't get like major important kills, but they got some kills. And then these crossbows here, 120 kills, and those sappers 114, not even 100. So yeah, they're a bit of a risk. I would have probably put them into a choke point, like, and just have them explode. Just have them explode, like maybe on a pike unit, like on one of the halberds. That would have been a very good idea. Then you got Executioner who's playing as Dol Guldur. His general getting 253 kills with the champions of Dol Guldur. I certainly would have brought more of these guys. They are really nasty. His Wraiths getting 167 kills. They did quite well. His Guldur Blades, some of them did okay. Some of them did not do okay. 147, 177, 294. Very, very good there. Yeah, they kind of just like have the mass effect, and like they're pretty well armored. So like they get some pretty good kills. But like I said, some didn't do awful. Maybe they charged by cavalry, I'm not sure. And then you got the Guldur Glaives here, the lower tier shock infantry, which you brought a lot of. 200 kills, 197, 183. Some got some pretty good kills. Again, some did not get some great kills. Then the Javis here actually got 118 kills. That's not bad for them. I've never seen them really get any kills before. As you can see here, they're pretty awful. Usually get nothing. But this one did pretty well. So well done to those two players, the Orc factions, I guess you could say. And then you have Cuppadance here playing as the Eastlings. His general 271 kills. His Loki Rim Maceman 201, 200 kills. His Loki Rim Maceman here getting 261. He did pretty well with his Maceman, getting some solid kills. Then his Varag Warriors here getting 215 kills. His Warlords of Ruin getting 197. His Halberds 339 kills. Did insanely well. A pretty beaten up unit by the end, but it did very, very well. His Varag Archers here, or Varag Bowmen, 192 kills, 276 kills. Very, very nice. And his Cavalry 252, 389 kills. Very, very nice with his Varag Lancers. Then we have Coolbreeze, who was playing as the Dunlending tribes. 311 kills with the Champion Reavers. His Bloodsworn getting 186. His Dunherd Swords, like his mainline infantry, getting 207 kills. His Dunherd Chosen, 129 kills. His Blood Avengers, which is actually the more elite one. They're the most elite. I didn't actually see them in the battle. 204 kills. They did very, very well. And then his Cavalry, he brought a lot of Cav. And actually, some of these are dogs, but he did bring a lot of Cav. His archers did okay as well, getting like 80 kills, but nothing like amazing. They're not great archers. But yeah, his Cav got 143 kills, 200 kills with his Marauders. Then his Champion Reavers getting 207, 369 kills. And his dogs got 152 kills. Not too bad for dogs either. Anyway, there you go, guys. It seems like the men faction, the evil men won. Beating the Orcs, so they are the supreme servants of Sauron. I mean, in fairness, they probably are. They get more training than the Orcs do. They're just en masse madmen, really, to be honest. But anyway, if you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to leave a comment as well to show your support. And make sure to hit that notification bell as well, so you know when the next Rise Mordor action is out. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.